I want to make sure a couple of things get into the record here. First, every accommodation was made to somebody that was thinking about calling in.
Correct.
So we wore ourselves out making sure that they had that opportunity either to be here or to call in.
That's correct.
Okay. Next, I know that there were some questions circulated amongst the board that were broader questions from, I believe these start off with LACO, and I believe since the last modification, which went out early in the week, where it was, do you find any of these inappropriate or anything like that, that no board member nor any member of the public has seen any of these questions until we just open them up tonight. Is that correct?
Correct, and they're in a sealed envelope, and you're correct.
So there's no possibility staff or anyone could have leaked these questions to anyone?
No.
Perfect, thank you. Are you willing to resign from any conflicting currently held board position, and or are you willing to resolve any issues that could influence your objectivity before being seated as a board member? Okay, I'm happy as long as both of you understood the complexity of that issue. There's a lot there that means, for example, for me, if I had an issue about a SPED thing, I wouldn't be sitting up here on the board until that was resolved. So that said, are you both good?
Yes.
Thank you. I think that it's important that you all talked first, because when I called in the last time, I was on a different page, and I really need to clarify that. So I have something I want to say, and it's pretty formal. First, I want to thank you both for being here. I have personally been through 2 elections, and I know the psychology of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. And I do believe that everybody has something unique to contribute to this world. As I said, when I was on the phone, I talked about, I thought about the importance of the people speaking, and this not being some popularity contest where people are sending me texts and wanting to be nominated and all that kind of thing. But I was outvoted on that point, and I don't hold any animosity towards that. I'm one of these people that may have a different idea, but once that idea comes through, I respect the decision of the majority of the board, and that's why we're here tonight. And it certainly wasn't to fragment the board, but you need to think about where I'm coming from. Anyone who sits up here right now, who's sat out there for very long, understands that there's a volatility in the revenue stream here. And these people up here know, I freak out about people stuffing donuts in their face with money that should be going in a classroom, and only I would say that. But to my colleagues' points, $60,000 in a special election buys a lot of donuts. And so I would be a hypocrite if I were just to ignore that and dig in on whether or not I will eat a burrito up here at the district's expense. But I think there's a win-win here. And I'm not here to debate. I spoke last because I think that what they felt is important. I'm not here to convince them. But the election was recent, and it was very recent. I know for a fact that had Mr. Porter had any indication that he would not be filling his full term, he would have not filed or been through a successful election by popular vote. And had that happened, we wouldn't be sitting here tonight. Now, had Mr. Porter not filed and ran for election, I do believe that we would have had another candidate up here. There's a high statistical probability, blah, blah, blah. And that would have also made this evening unnecessary, and that person would have been Mr. Tom Costan, but he is not here tonight. He's at the Acton Town Council where he serves, and he didn't apply anyway, so that's a moot point. Tim, do not take what I am about to say the wrong way, please. But your addition to the board has truly increased its function, scope, and credibility immeasurably. The work you do is often quiet, both out here and back there. I know that your decisions come from a deep care about our community and its youth. And I really, since you've been here, I can't imagine you not being here. You add so much to this. But that said, had you not run, the statistical probability, there's a high statistical probability that says your seat would have been filled by another individual, and that individual is here tonight and has applied. So more importantly, that individual has been seen in the board meeting after the elections did not go their way. And I'm a firm believer that you put your time in out here before you come up here I spent 5 years doing that, and that's what I value. But again, I want to thank everyone who applied. You both have very unique skills to contribute to this school district as parents, volunteers, and potential board members. That concludes what I have to say.
Does anybody, we're up to item 4.4. Does anybody want to make a motion for a particular candidate?
I'll motion to, I nominate Brandon Roque.
Okay, that's Ken Pfalzgraf is making a motion to nominate Brandon. Is there a second?
Second.
Call the question.
Aye. Aye.
Nay. So that's a 3-1-0. Congratulations, Mr. Roque.